I just finished up the parts last night. Everything else that I gotta finish up on it, like the front bumper, the side skirt, the trim, the headlight cover, the nose panel, mirrors, the deck lid of the wing, and all just little miscellaneous stuff that we had to finish with it. I'm gonna go back and finish the rest of the little like covers when I put the whole front bumper back on. But for now, we're gonna go inside and get the rest of the parts that I just painted last night. I'm gonna continue going with that. Let's get all this finished up. I'm gonna turn off my fans because I left them on overnight. Not overnight, but while all this was being dried up. Fans. So we ended up doing his valve cover, his 2 mirrors, his 2 of his headlight cover, whatever they are. These little thingamajigs, however these go. All these, the top of his wing, his deck lid, so the bottom is still carbon fiber. His nose panel that we did here, side skirts, and his front bumper. So those are just the last pieces. I'm gonna go ahead and start putting everything back together, finish up the car so the customer can come either pick it up today or tomorrow, and I can start on the next one that will be dropped off soon. So let's get this going, let's get this finished, and we'll go from there. So I'll see you guys when I start putting pieces back together, and I'll show you guys little by little how everything starts to look all together. What I like, when the sun goes down, you can start seeing more of the reflection of the paint. It always comes out a lot shinier. In the daytime, the pearls really kick in, and it kind of lets you not pay attention to the reflection. But when the daytime comes down, you start seeing a lot better results, and it looks a lot cooler. Puppy. Okay guys, so it is like the 3rd day on working on this car. I'm gonna go back and just wet tan the hood only. The roof, there's really not much on it, except just where I got like one little drip mark somewhere around here. But the rest of the hood is just like since it's a bigger piece on top, I get little like particles on top. So I'm gonna try to go over it and see if I can remove the most I can, and then just hand this off to the customer because he's already gonna pick it up later on today. So I'm trying to get this finished up tonight, not tonight, in like an hour or so. We did the top of the wing so that way under it's carbon fiber. I got everything else painted, his side skirts, his mirrors, everything's all back together, door jambs, blah blah blah, the whole 9 yards. Under the engine bay, his valve cover, everything's already done with the car. So this is ready to go. Once I finish up with that, I'm gonna go ahead and put armor on his tires so the car can look nice and clean when it's ready to get handed to the guy. And then over here I finished the helmet, and the outcome is extremely good. So I got a couple more things to finish up. I gotta do a rear lip, wing, and Mr. Sideways Sean's helmet. Looks really nice out in the daytime because you can see the pearls glistening a lot. Sometimes it's kind of hard to tell still because a little too much light, or I don't know, the pearls just hit more in person than in anything. So this is already done. It's a nice black with silver graphite pearl, so it's really good. It's really good. But aside from that, probably in a little bit I'm gonna try to get the front fenders rolled, and I'm gonna go over what I need for power steering so I can get this up and going. And then I'm actually gonna be ordering something. Like, can you see anything? Sorry. So I'm gonna start working on the power steering because they did an AN fitting for this, but I don't know where the rest of it goes. Everything else is just plug and play with the reservoir, so I gotta get that fixed and get that done. But aside from that, I do have to work on doing I'm gonna order a turbo kit, so let me see how that goes. And then I'm still gonna order the reservoir, cooling plate, and the brake valve. This car is ready to go. Ready to have some fun. Hopefully I can take it to the track soon and see if I actually keep this car. But yeah, just have to go in and finish doing the interior as well because I just got a new shift boot, but I actually got to bolt onto the actual plate. I found someone who has all the buttons, so I'm waiting for them to reply back to me, see if they're able to sell them to me. And then I'm gonna take off the roof liner, paint this black, do those little pieces back there, and just get the car aligned because this is straight apparently. So get all that fixed. We'll go from there. So So I finally got the fitting for the power steering. Now I just gotta get the bigger hose that goes onto the actual reservoir, and I have power steering now on this car. I also got injectors for them. I got some stock SR20. I think they're 375s or 350s, whatever those are. They're fuel injectors, so I'm gonna start ordering all the ISR parts for the turbo kit. And we're gonna see how this goes by turboing this. So, whoa. Okay, so I was able to get the fitting for the power steering, which is, let me show you guys. This fitting right here, it's an AN fitting. I was able to get, what do you call it? Hold on. As well, the fitting for this piece that goes onto this hose. So this is now on for the high pressure, and now I went and bought a new hose for the low pressure, or the return hose. My bad. I still got to cut it because I got it too long. It's better to get it longer if you're going to be putting it for something that you're not exactly sure how long it is. So I got a little bit longer than it was. Currently I'm chroming out my reservoir, so for that right now, letting that dry up, putting this back on together, and then I'll put this on for the reservoir and put this hose down here, and now I'll have power steering because I also bought fluid somewhere over there, so sick.